There we go, my family. Happy April. Here we are. We're going to be going through every zodiac sign to see what spirit wants you to know. Let's get on in. Share it out. Let everybody know. Let me know where you're coming in from. Even if you're watching this later, I'd love to hear where my family's jumping in from. If you're not part of the family yet, we're doing things over here. We're doing things. So, what are those things? Those things are right into the galactic update. Being an enthusiast. Okay, so he might be making up some words here, but to enthusiate. This word, what does this mean? This is to create the excitement for the essence of God, of original creator from within. When we have that excitement, that is that inner child frequency. That is that love light that everybody's been speaking of. What does this word actually mean? Entheos. Entheos in Greek is actually saying God within. This is why theology is the study of God. So where is that excitement? Finding that for your loved ones, finding that for your family, finding that for the people that watch your videos and listen to your podcast and observe your writings and feel your passion. My family. So we're going to just get right on into it. Let's pop up the cam. We're going to get right on into Aries. Right. We're going to do it here today. Okay. Ba-boom. So Aries will be 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Here we go. Ooh. Okay. How's my family? Benevolent forces of the multidimensional reality, please assist Alexander in aligning a crystal cross card reading for everybody born into the zodiac sign of Aries. Happy birthday, Aries! Katie, Corey, welcome everybody. Oh, April 1st. What's going on, Tony? Okay. What do we have? Aries, let's take a look. Ooh. Oh. 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 Oh my God, it's really good. Oh my God, with the sword of truth at the bottom for the cloud cover. Let's get right on and cracking. Okay, so my teacher taught me this. Look at this. Look at this. When you've got the sword of truth in the number 1 position and basically the cloud cover right here, because it's at the bottom of the deck. What does he mean by cloud cover? What is at the bottom of the deck is information that has been hidden for a very long time. This actually sums up the entire reading. That's what he means by cloud cover. So when you see that she's holding the sword of truth, she's the only one that holds this in perfect balance. And then we have this here as well. There's the feminine aspect is being shown to be holding the sword of truth in regards to what? Okay, so what is against this truth? Something that has not been completed, something that has not been fully healed. That's the most that even comes through that could be found as triggering for you, Aries. This is a very positive reading. It's about moving forward with love. This is in the emotional category. So and you know, this is very interesting that this is coming up already. This is what I've been processing lately. When you're creating a loving container, creating the loving container with regards to it being an emotional container. What does that mean? When we're truly holding space for the divine feminine, for whatever this situation is, whether this is a love situation, which I do have that card up here, or this is actually with our friends, whether this is with business partners, family members, being in the capacity of, instead of forcing the vibration of love, allowing the frequency of emotion to be coming through from the loved one. When it's a container of love and we're holding the walls of a container of love, then the emotion cannot truly be felt to 100%. The emotion is then going to be observed as an oddity. It's going to be observed as something that maybe doesn't belong. But when we're creating containers, and this is like a totally non-verbal thing, or it can be verbal if this is something that you and your loved one are working on. When we create the container in that regard, we are then able to have the emotion be fully felt, have the emotion be observed, have the emotion not be looked at as crazy or odd or fighting or any of these things. So looking at what's going on here, something's completing. That's what's in the cosmic position. So we see the truest essence of the feminine from the past and how this has wanted to come through in all of us, in the divine masculine, in the divine feminine, in all of you watching this. This is about all of this coming together. So we see this King of Fire, the divine masculine, starting a new beginning from mind, body, spirit. Okay. So having that, people are watching you on a journey. People are watching you complete something, Aries. So this whole, is this done? Is this done? No, this isn't done. It's even being reiterated over here because the Wheel of Fortune is the hopes and the fears position. So having this here, who the heck would hope for karma? And I guess some could be hoping for dharma, but that's not the way that this is coming through because of this position here, because of the truth and the truth and the truth. You know this. You inherently know what your brother is talking about right now. And this is saying, like, is this done? Is this karmically done? Is this energetically done? Will I have to repeat this in another lifetime? Am I still in the wheel? This is what you're stepping out of. But yes, you are. So looking at this, we see the lover's card right here. So this has to do with the soul family. This has to do with something multi-dimensionally, because of mind, body, spirit, completing. So the cup can truly overflow, so we can step forward with love, so we can get to this new epic place of completion. Let the tree, boom, grow out. Let the roots go under the ground. And I love this terminology and this visual of the tree, because by others looking at what we're going through and looking at our traumas and looking at what's happening, they have the ability to look and say, okay, they're in the branch. Okay, they're in the roots. Okay, they're not centered. They're not balanced between this duality matrix. To see that it's not a duality matrix, this is all one. This like third magic of wholeness, of universal and cosmic consciousness, if you will. So someone can look at the entire tree and see what's going on. What is taking place here is we are finding that spot. We are finding that place of perfect balance in the center, because when the fulcrum is balanced, when the fulcrum becomes balanced for a long enough period of time, rather the actual balancing beam, when this becomes balanced for a long enough period of time, what I've seen in my own awakenings and my own processes is boom, there's so much pressure that the fulcrum itself activates. And when the fulcrum activates, we're activating another bandwidth. So this is us getting stronger and stronger and becoming the whole wheel, becoming all the things. Aries, happy birthday. What an epic reading to get for your birthday. Whatever it is that you've been working on, this reoccurring pattern, whatever this trauma has been, being grateful for it and seeing the healing, the empowerment, the force, the ability for you to even ask questions, and how that's come through your traumas. It's your brother Alexander. Yeah, let's go. What are we at now? Taurus or us? 9:39. Let's get it going on, Taurus. You can always give me your bull. That's a popper. That's a popper. Mm-hmm. Hello. Did you like the video yet? Okay. There we go. Oof. Oh, this is really good already. Hey, what? All right, you know what? Oh my God, in the cloud cover. You know, share some of this greatness, you first two signs. I love this. Okay, the marriage of the masculine and the feminine, and a tough decision. This could be talking about an actual physical marriage, but this seems more like it's something that is internal, because in the spiritual category, we have the card that represents the higher self. We have the card that represents the other dimensional version. We have the card that represents our guides, our angels, our loving beings, the immovable object, the unstoppable force. Boom, getting this download, this upload, this information, this abundance in the past to now move forward, moving forward through dream time, moving forward through lucidity, having some level of strength coming from beyond the veil is what this is talking about. Why is that happening? Oh, I don't know, because people observe you as the high priestess in their reality. You're the one who sees beyond the veil. You're the one who has remembered who you are. And that truth will be becoming stronger and stronger and more noticeable for you. Taurus, look at this. Happy, good times, the sun, the strength coming through to truly create in this 5D capacity. You know, not saying that we're in the fifth dimension or we're past it or we're below it, you know, you being where you are, but talking about what does this represent? This represents building the castle in the sky, building this astral house, this etheric house of, and it doesn't have to be a house. What it is that you're manifesting, bringing it and then bringing it into this reality is what this is talking about. This is reiterating what your brother said in the beginning. We have happiness combined with love, the immovable object of love. To me, these two cards combined with the strength in the middle, this is enthusiasm. This is having God within. This is how we create the fastest. This is how we do this. Nobody is going to hold us accountable for us being in gratitude. People might notice it. People might say it. People might give you a glance. But it's like when things happen, when we get triggered, when this happens, when that happens, that's fine. Those are excellent places to be. Those are terrible places to stay, though. So when it comes to us being in the highest vibe, you know, not to be corny with the lingo, but for you to be in the vibration that truly creates, that truly puts all of the elements on the table, so you can use this as above, so below functionality on how this reality functions to your highest advantage. Ba-boom. The moon. So basically it says the moon. It was talking about the past. Something major shifted with this lunar eclipse with all of us. Spirit wants Taurus to know how major it was for your sign. Okay, so we see the moon. We see the inner child. Once again, this like force of enthusiasm. So you can be the hermit. So you can be the high priestess. This is like Merlin and the Virgin Mary just like taking names together. Okay, in the most loving and positive way ever, because we see this is all coming to the head in the middle of the month of you being the paladin, of you being the light worker, of you being this high angelic that you came here to be, that you always have been. Boom. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, your team's taking care of you, by the way, too, Taurus. I love this. Love that position. Love that position. That's because it's basically what's going on, what's against it, and then it goes emotional / spiritual. So like the energetic. So to have the guides in the energetic position, it's my favorite spot to get that card in a crystal cross reading. Are you having fun yet? Oh, it's water time. So, how are you guys doing? We're not going to put water time in the time, but it is water time. People can just skip ahead. Gotta stay hydrated, my family. I can't just drink coffee all day, every day. You need to go water. Gotta finish this. I get to finish this. I don't gotta finish this. I get to finish this every day. Okay. Who's next? 1555. I like it. Gemini. Ooh, Gemini. Oh, let's go. Bloody choice. Annabelle. How much is that? It's a gallon. It's a gallon, Veronique. Benevolent forces of the multi-dimensional reality possess Gemini. What's going on? Same position as last month, huh? Interesting. Oh, was that Taurus? Who had this here? Was that the last one? Oh. Oh my God, and that's the same position this was in one of them too. Are those both the same reading? I mean, you guys see how well I'm shuffling here. Oh my God, Gemini, it's so good. Something's healing. Something's healing with the divine masculine or the lack thereof. How did they show up for you? This is talking about something needing community, something needing tribe. There's something major that you're healing with the way that you were treated by the masculine, the not so divine masculine, as he was just speaking of. There is something that has not been completed yet, and it's for you to complete. It's for you to get back in contact with the true highest version of your inner child. And whatever happened, whatever this is representing, whatever this trauma is that happened to your inner child, which could have been more recently, but this does seem like it's talking about something with childhood, is coming to a head, is completing. That's the good news. It's about this offering. It's like by asking for help, we receive the upload, we receive the download. That's something I learned over a decade ago by speaking with my Pleiadian. You know, there's this whole, we can't step in until you ask. We can't interject until you ask for help. So my Pleiadian was like saying to me, like looking at things throughout the starseed lineages, looking at like, you know, what do the Arcturians do? What do the Lyrans do? What do the Angelics? What do the Pleiadians do? And then saying literally to my highest, most benevolent Pleiadian force of self, please assist me in learning how to play music better. Learning how to speak more eloquently. Whatever it is, we have to ask the question. So this is saying that this is what is going on with you. You're having to ask somebody that is of like mind, that wants to work with you, that knows that you're working together with these people. And this is something from the past. We're seeing that something that was done is being looked at through a distorted lens. So having somebody else, like I was saying earlier, being able to look at the entire tree and where you are and what what branches need to be pruned and what needs to be kind of like cut off down here. Something's rotting at the wood under the ground, and boom, and go bam, and then go that and that. This is what happens. It's not even like, honestly, part of me sees this like you just asking has you learn how to do it yourself, has you figure it out yourself. Because what's actually showing up here is this completion by asking, by showing the vulnerability of like, hey, this was traumatic. What do I do? What did you do? What could we do? Putting it into a state of manifestation, setting it into a state of transmutation, and moving towards victory after getting to this completion. Look at this. The last card in the Major Arcana, literally followed by the first card in the Major Arcana. This is card number 22, and this is card number 1, or this is 0 and 21, as they're labeled. But obviously, you can't have a card. Oh, that's card 0, because the card exists, so you can't have card 0. A little bit of, I don't know who decided to do this. It's probably more of like an alpha omega type of thing, but this is the 22nd card. What I was getting at. So same position as it was earlier. This is talking about soul family. This is talking about how you show up as a lover. This is talking about all the aspects of what you came here to figure out. How to do these things to be the highest form of the paladin, having that cup, having that multidimensionality. There's things that you're wanting to do multidimensionally, and for you to do these things multidimensionally, this thing that you know what he was talking about needs to be completed. It's completed by asking the question. We see sitting still until you ask this question to receive that upload, that download, whatever this traumatic force is representing. Just because he said masculine distortion does not mean that it couldn't have been a feminine that was acting as the masculine. It doesn't mean it couldn't have been, single mom doing the best she could. And she had to actually represent the force of the divine masculine in your life. So a lot of these things that are coming to a head and a lot of these things that are healing, I just want to make sure that you're not just like, oh, well, everything was fine with the masculine. Maybe it was a feminine in your life that was also acting from masculine shadow, acting from masculine distortion, and they were doing that out of safety. Plain and simple. They were shown that life wasn't safe, and they then imparted that upon others, quite possibly including you. It's your brother. Dunzo, Gemini. Where is the 2236? There we go. Cancer. Let's go. So multi-dimensional strength. I already like the topic. Oh. Ew. Hey, it's good. It's real good. It's real good. I know there's some cards that make it look weird, but I promise you it is not. It doesn't have to be weird. Okay. What is going on here? Multidimensionality, multidimensional strength is what is being learned about. It's part of your life purpose. It could be your life purpose, but it is the step and it is the decision that needs to be energetically made now. What is this decision? This decision is to learn to teach, to teach, to teach. to once again do what Alexander was talking about in the beginning, being in that state of enthusiasm, finding that state of enthusiasm, healing the self till the point, okay? Because this is literally saying the trauma is from another lifetime. This is literally showing like this completion as the witch, this completion as this force and this being, somebody that was traumatized for being who they were when they're here to be who they are, okay? And who they were. That's why we're here. We came in here to process karma and dharma, to process what it was like to be a human. Anybody that's telling you this is your first lifetime here, that is wrong. If you're even slightly into this information and you're not just eyes bugging out of your head, this is not your first rodeo on this planet. So we came in here to do what? We came in here to create karma, to then balance it with dharma, to learn what humanity was about. And this thing that happened to you, that you chose to happen to you, is done. It's done this month at the end of the month. Okay? So looking at this and getting ready for that and manifesting that and co-creating it as a family. Because this is about you learning. This is about you learning how to teach what you've gone through, how to find these levels of power, by stepping into those powers, by stepping out of unworthiness. Whatever this thing is with the money that was going on, I'm going to say was going on in the past, this was a little bit of magic to force you into stepping in your true levels of willpower, to force you into your true levels of worthiness. Okay, Cancer? This is once again, third time in a row, soul retrieval coming up. This shows counseling / soul retrieval, and this shows the worst of the journey is over. So as I was saying, and I believe it was in the last reading, if you're needing to ask for help, if you're needing to have somebody help you with this, which I don't even see anywhere near as strong as the other one, just looking at this was your way of counseling yourself. This was your way of finding your power. So to align yourself and to get ready to help others with this, whether or not you have a different 3D job, this thing, that thing, whatever this is about you writing that book. This is about you starting that podcast. This is about you doing those one-on-one sessions, becoming the counselor that can get people to where you've gotten to. So you needed this. You needed that karma dharma wheel. You needed these people that you thought you were a slave to. You thought you were stuck with these people. You weren't ever stuck with these people. You chose to be stuck with these people to learn how to manifest, to learn how to cross, to learn how to deal with this type of trauma, this type of darkness, to truly get in touch with what an epic position for the rainbow light in the cosmic position. So this is done. I already talked about this. I'm bringing it up again. This is done, and this is going to give you the ability, the higher ability, because you already have the ability, but this is going to amplify your creating the castle and creating the castle here, setting out that there's abundance out here, not even waiting for you. It's already here. And having you know and believe it's already here is whatever this money thing that was going on is done. Boom. I love you, Cancer. All right. Yeah, it's Leo time. I get to give myself a reading now. It's Dunzo. Hey, greetings. How's everybody doing? Oh, let me finish this water. Oh, yeah. Leo, what's the time? 28:22. You would. Love that. Oh, okay. That is a dark cloud over there, Sedona. Oh, my goodness. All right. Bomba choice. All right. I don't know what that was. Hey. Hey. We want more. We want more. Okay. That was most of the deck. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Something major. I could tell you something major that the sign of Leo has been assisting with healing whatever happened in the past, stepping into truth, stepping into speech, being able to, truly manifest. Okay. Because this is talking about the fights, the way that we've been engaging with others, how we've been losing our cool, plain and simple, losing our patience. Okay. That's what's coming up right here. Okay. To truly move forward as the light warrior, as the light worker, the moon's coming up. Something has come in since the moon. And this is what we've been sitting with. It's a lot of thoughts. Like I was saying earlier when I was like, oh my God, like during Aries, I was like saying like, I'm talking about this already. This is what I've been processing. I shared something I'm personally processing. And that's what this is talking about through this eye of this lens for Leo. Okay. There's something you're processing that you might not yet have the words. It's like a gigantic download came in, and the download or upload, it's like it needs to be a certain level of buffering, almost like it's a computer, for you to gather what actually just took place. It's a lot of strength. It's a lot of balancing the masculine and the feminine by releasing from the tower this energy, by releasing this feminine who was accused, so that phoenix can rise from the ashes, so they can all get back together and party and go dance in the woods and go make the teas and do the things and know it's safe. Know it's safe. Actually knowing it's safe to be in your truth, to speak your truth, to be the real you. Do it. Let that mane out, Leo. I know everyone's thinking, you got a braid and a hat on. We'll talk about that later. But let the... Okay, Leo, that's what we're doing. Okay, that's how we drive forward in balance. That's how we marry the masculine and the feminine. That's how we truly reach this level of this Odin force, of this, meditation under the tree of Yggdrasil as a family, meditating together. That might be something that's actually coming up this month. You and your tribe actually meditating together, because a lot of people, they think, they say, oh, meditation's like this, or my third eye's like that. Anybody here that's a meditator will tell you that their meditations are always amplified when they're done in a group setting. Anybody that is an avid manifester and meditator will say, oh, wait a minute, he's right. Yeah, like, remember that time I saw that? My vision was this, and yada, yada. Like, it's like there's a co-creative thing that's taking place. So if those of you that have been having trouble with this, work together. Make sure you're breathing together. Talk about it. What are you meditating upon? What's actually coming through? Because we see the inner child, the victory, the high priestess, having this whole crying over spilled milk. Why is this happening? How can we be the truest self to create, to see what's beyond the veil and move towards victory if this masculine frequency that didn't seem loving, didn't seem healing, was the force of the awakening? Somebody had to be the naughty person to make sure that we all woke up, to make sure that we saw the signs that, to ask the questions. This is the trumpet being blasted. This is that clarion bell that is, awakening this healing process. You heal me, I heal you, for us to step onto the high ground and to make the decision. How is this going to affect us? How do these other people affect us? How do these dramatic people from the past, whatever this is, I see some of that going on, Leo, and it's already been happening with you. I can promise you that, because it's been happening with me like crazy. Just like people I haven't talked to since 2015, people I haven't talked to in a long time coming back, and they're like asking me questions that the answer is incredibly simple, but how am I coming through to tell them? Am I coming through to tell them? How is that happening when they're in these dramas, when they're in these anxieties, when they're in these frequencies? How do I create that enthusiasm? How do I be the enthusiast? How do I allow them to truly feel the full essence of what they're feeling? Because that's what they're asking. They're saying I can't sleep. They're saying this is happening. They're saying that's happening. And they're asking me, how do I stop feeling like this? You know that answer. Any of you that are asking that answer, you know that answer. You know the things that you were doing when you felt the best. Oh, I was going in the steam room. I was working out every other day. I was eating a certain way. When we do certain things and watch porn or do this thing or do other distortions, when we do those things, there's certain voices in the back of the head where there's a rationalization. We cannot allow rationalization. Rationalization is sitting in lie. Anytime you've ever rationalized anything, when were you ever accurate? Honestly, when's the last time that voice came through this thing? Well, blah, 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 and that was telling the truth. It's never happened. I'm sorry. It's just not ever happened. And I'm sorry that I'm not sorry is what I really mean. It's the truth. Okay. Whenever I've rationalized, whenever I've seen anybody else rationalize, that's not you. That's not your voice. Where's your voice? Where's your power? Where are your Gennards? Where are your Gennards? Okay. Masculine or feminine. Being in that frequency and knowing what completes it. What completes it is holding the walls of the new container and, you know, waiting for all the energy to overflow that mamba pajamba. Seems pretty simple, but, you know, it hasn't been so simple because of who we were working against. What this reading said was actually like, this was a loving force. As distorted as it was, as messed up as this is, and you could go and you could zeitgeist this and do that. If it weren't for somebody being the turd burglar, we would have never had a reason to actually find our power, to see how great all the miracles that life has to hold for us and how we can manifest and how we can see those signs and just see these. It's fun. It's fun. You've got to realize and remember how fun it is. Berg, 3649. 3649. Okay. A little too loud. It's going to upset the algorithm and they're going to demonetize the video. Like, not that it's like, what do we have? Like 3,800 subscribers. Gratitude. We hit 3,800. You want to share out the video. Why? Because when we get to 4,000, we're going to do a big free reading party again. Okay? There will be a free reading party for every 1,000 subscribers. So share it out. Like the video. You know, leave it running in the background while you're doing your other stuff just so it gets more view time. So YouTube goes, oh, what is this guy doing? Saving the planet. That's what he's doing, YouTube. Oh, my shoulder is so cool. With all of you, though. Okay. Virgo. Benevolent forces of the multidimensional reality, please. Puff Diddler's going to jail. It's a distraction, Alexander. No one sounds like that, by the way. But I just want to say, like, it's a pretty awesome distraction. And maybe we shouldn't look at it as a distraction. Maybe we should look at it as they're throwing one of their own to the wolves. Because they know that the angelic committee is as hot on their tail. We got to do it in my family. We're there. We're in the new reality. Welcome. What do we got, Virgo? April 1st. Hey, ooh, more of this. Look at this. Same thing. I was just talking about this. Virgo, getting it done. Oh my God. Has it been every reading? Like what? I don't have to ask what is this. I know what it is. Okay. Very similar. Okay. This is about forgiveness, Virgo. I love what I'm seeing. Okay. There's something that took place with the tribe, with the old tribe, with the young tribe in high school, in elementary school, in college, in after that, at work. Something happened where tribe betrayed you. Tribe seemed to betray you. And this has been something that you've been counseling yourself on. Your ascended masters and guides that work with you archetypally have been assisting you to complete this, to get to this level of truth, to get to this level of actual forgiveness so you can move forward with love in the highest states. So moving forward with love is basically connected to forgiving whatever this thing is. And I know you might be thinking, Alexander, I've already done that. I've already done this. I know what you're speaking of. I've done that. Every healing and every forgiving thing I've ever gone through, there are good days and there are bad days. There are ebbs and flows. There are going to be moments where, yes, I absolutely did heal this thing and I did, finish this thing. But there's days where there's certain alignments, there's certain similarities to an old reality. Something has clicked in above your head and is sending down an energy through the as above, so below functionality of the reality that you're now processing this thing again. So during those moments, have you 100% still forgiven this person or these, whatever this is that took place? Let's be honest, okay? Because I know that things that I've forgiven, they come up, they come back up. It's like to truly get out of that, though, is how our cells, it's how our body heals. It's how we actually be in magic. We have to be in a state of gratitude. We have to be in a state of enthusiasm. This isn't like rocket science. This is like well-known knowledge in this community. So it's like getting through whatever the trauma is, allowing this to end. We literally have the death card and this literally showing like this is done. Like something major is done with the Virgos in your life. Something major is done with you, Virgo, if you're watching this. This is the true ability to heal ourselves, to heal others. But it's also, a lot of this is about past friendships. A lot of this is about past friendships, and the past friendships are coming up as a reflection, as a lens, whether that lens is clean or not, for you to see friends treated you a certain way, and then you, in tow, acted a certain way. How long you allowed this to affect you and not feeling bad about that, not feeling guilty about that, not feeling remorse about that. That was how you found your power. That was how you made yourself get all like tied up. Like if there's like, how I do the shorts and I add the movie scenes, I would do the scene from What About Bob where he gets himself out of the straitjacket. That's the scene I would show for this. If this was a short. This isn't a short. We're here. We're live. Your brother loves you. These people acted this way out of possession so you could begin to truly manifest, to truly create and bring your creations into physicality. For you to be manifesting into physicality, you had to be moving forward with love. You might think you were moving forward with love. You might have been a very loving person, but to truly move forward in love, these people need to be forgiven. To truly allow your body to heal, these people need to be forgiven. To truly release the past, which is a reoccurring segment, which was not just this lifetime, to truly do the soul retrieval work yourself. It's about you completing this. It's about this releasing this old version, because this old version was not in the highest states of worthiness. Plain and simple. Remembering how worthy you are, remembering how awesome you are, remembering how loving you are to care about these people for all this time. Like some of these people, like if like somebody mentioned your name or something, they'd be like, oh yeah, I remember so and so. How often is this thing subconsciously being thought about, or these situations coming up, and that's how caring you are. But like now it's time to clean that lens and see how to be more caring, more loving, more in truth, more in self-worthiness, more in your willpower, more in your enthusiasm. Oh, who's next? Libra. 4418. Let's go. Of course, sister.
Ariel, you went up to the surface again. Were you watching Galactic Tarot, Ariel?
I don't want to do it if it's not fun. Just don't. I mean, I will. That's part of the process of being an angelic. Tested. Nobody ever tests the evil. Nobody ever tests the naughty one. Here it is. I put that one on the screen, sister. That's so funny. Thanks for being here. Libra. Ooh, soul fan. Worst of it's over. Ooh. Ooh. More cowbell. Oh my God, more cowbell. I don't like that card either. We're gonna keep going. Oh my God, what are you trying to do? You trying to take out Libra with more card, or take out Leo, Libra? Okay. Okay. Most of the deck, once again, same amount of cards. Okay. The soul fam. Okay. The lovers. Your lover. Your family member. Your business partner. Somebody that you've known for many, many lifetimes. For the huge majority of you, some people, this is actually representing your romantic partnership, born under the sign of Libra. And I know some of you are laughing right now, and they're like, what romantic partnership? First of all, let's get rid of that. Let's not laugh and joke and spread this rumor about yourself, which is the truth if you've been alone for a long time. But the vibration, if you're truly spreading this like false joy with others about, you know, how cold the streak has been, or whatever the proper way how to say this, the universe thinks it's doing a good job to a certain extent. You're really confusing the computer system. You're really confusing the algorithm by doing that. So your reading is about not being self-destructive, plain and simple. Not being self-destructive in your physical life, and not being self-destructive with your manifestations. This whole like being tied up, it's very real. It was real, but now it's done. And we have the world card with the death card again. These two cards are connected, as I've said in many, many readings. Something is done, okay? You've stepped into a new level of truth. So this is saying like, this is done. Like this, like, but every time I manifest a person, they show up like that. Having this fear about these people, like that's not even possible anymore. It has to be a reflection. So by further getting out of what we were just talking about, by getting out of those distortions and those frequencies, and by furthering just being in the truth. It's not even about what you say. It's about how you are internally. It's about being in those levels of truth. And it's like, even if you are, and it's like, now sometimes people are saying like, but Alexander, you're wording this in this way, like it's not happening, but it is happening. Like that's the truth. That's the fact of the matter, of the reality. There's a certain bit of that you're processing right here, right now. And it's like, okay, that was that way for a certain reason. That was that way so you'd find your power. That was that way so you'd end up in this guy in Sedona's weird ass videos. Okay, you're here. You were supposed to wake up to this. This was your trauma that you picked. But now let's please step into truth and stop being self-destructive, plain and simple. Like if you can even just find one way that you're being self-destructive and choose not to do that anymore, your entire reality is going to drastically shift. And drastically, your manifestation capability is going to improve, and you're going to see that. God is going to show you that. The reality is going to show you that. And that's going to give you the ability to truly move forward with victory without this hurting in the inner child. Love this, the immovable object of love. Getting your work done, getting your work done by making the right decisions, speaking the right way to your tribe, showing, standing still in certain regards, holding things in place. Bam. The inner child, the traumatized inner child, the spiritual, energetic inner child, moving very quickly into lucidity. This is multidimensional, is what this says. This is astral, this is etheric, this is physical, this is mental. This is you truly being in higher states of power. So to do that, there needs a higher state of worthiness. To be in a higher state of worthiness, not basically being in this self-destruction anymore. These self-destructive behaviors are not serving you. The ways that you're thinking about yourself, the ways that you're talking about yourself. This is, and you might feel like Alexander was just bashing for a little while. I'm speaking passionately about what I know will benefit your life and benefit the lives of everybody around you and truly get you to the next step. So if that was triggering to hear, I love you. I don't know what else to tell you. Other than the truth that is on these little cards that are so powerful. What are the likes at? There's 44 people here. We have 44 likes because I'm just going to shut it down, and that's not an April Fool's joke. I'm just kidding. It's an April Fool's joke. I wouldn't shut it down. All right, 50, 57. Zaboom. Leap. Scorp. Ooh. Scorpio. Yes. The eagle rises. Okay. Okay, what do we have, Scorpio? What do we have? Transcendence. Trance in dance. Scorpio, crystal cross reading for everybody born into the Zodiac sign of Scorpio. For the first year. Oh, what happened here? What happened here? Come on, Scorpio. Show me something good. Hey. Hey. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Ooh, my God. Scorpio, I love it. Thank God. It's got a hat on, but okay. Love you so much. Okay. The immovable object of love basically coming through as unconditional love, having all of the elements to be in unconditional love. Something that's been going on recently has had you get across the river and like this whole like traumatic thing that you were processing. And this was like, why did these people act this way again? Why did this person do this to me? Whatever this was to get you into higher states of balance. How did the balance happen? How did you reach these levels of balance? You reach these levels of balance pretty simply by going through this and then sitting with the fact that, wow, last time I went through this, I was mad for like 3 years. This time I was mad for 3 hours. Okay. So that's you showing yourself how much you've improved. And there's so much more to come from the way that you've recently shown to yourself, whether it was traumatic or not, whether you're still processing it or not. You're processing so much faster. You're showing God you're ready. You're showing the reality you're ready. This literally says mind, body, spirit, and shows the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's what you are. That's what that sign is. That is the eagle. This is showing you rising from the ashes. Once again, this card in a certain position, I've never had this card represent lucidity. Anybody that's taken my tarot material, I've never even shown this card as lucidity. Lucid dreaming, yes, but it's coming through as everyday multidimensional lucidity 3 times today, okay, in 3 different readings. So if you're hearing those readings and you're watching your rising sign, your Mars, your moon, you're getting as much information as you can about yourself. If you're seeing this multiple times, this is very important because this is about you being multidimensional. And you are multidimensional, but being able to create things in multiple dimensions simultaneously. The most simple example I can give you, making the sound of the fifth chakra while picturing the color baby blue and using the throat to make the sound. 3 dimensions, okay? We've got physicality, we've got etheric, and we've got astral, basically. And the sound frequency. So it's actually 4 already, even though I only mentioned 3, okay? So giving you that example, that's what I'm speaking of. You being able to do things multidimensionally because you've gotten mama to a new place. You're now able to truly manifest and bring this down. How many times has this card been in this position today? Like, seriously, okay? Also, if you're seeing that multiple times, it's about you being able to manifest faster and how you tested, can I be trusted with this level of manifestation? Look at the side of the table. Oh my God, it's so good, okay? This is like massive downloads and your cup overflowing, okay? This is not something somebody fears, and it's in the hopes and fears position, so this is what you've been hoping for. You're hoping for these downloads and these uploads to have the cup overflow by this whole karmic, dharmic thing being done. It's up to you to decide that this thing is done by having the realization that you are processing faster, you are forgiving faster, you are a better person in this timeline, in this reality, than you were in the past, plain and simple. And having that be like, you know, a reason to kind of like step out of it all, step out of the trauma, and then be able to look at it and be like, oh my God, he's right. Oh my God, that, you know, that, because that's where the excitement can come in. You can be like, instead of like feeling like we're in this loop of repeating whatever these patterns are, you were repeating the pattern until you saw that this pattern is what assisted you to get to this point. This pattern is what assisted you to get in touch with multidimensional lucidity, to truly like go, oh, it's a duality matrix. Oh, wait a minute, we're all one. Okay. And how that actually works with you moving forward with love, you being your own counselor, you being the counselor to others, you assisting through celebration. It's like, yeah, we can assist while we're traumatized, but the way that we truly assist is like I was saying earlier, this whole enthusiast word, by being an enthusiast and getting other people excited about life, by getting other people excited about beingness and love and all the God things, you know. That was a good tower. That was a good tower, Annabelle. Come on, Annabelle. Sagittarius. How come Sagittarius gets a song, Alexander? There's a pan drum. Okay.
How come Sag's got the pan drum, Alexander?
What's the time? 57:47. See that? Right when you were thinking, why did Sag get it? Technically, Scorpio got it because it was at the end before the time. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Oh. Sorry, Sag. We'll watch this. Maybe we can adjust the time. Maybe we just leave it. This is live. He's just drinking water. Are you hydrated, my family? Make sure you're hydrated. Most of the things that are going on in people's bodies are from lack of hydration. Okay. Especially with that whole situation in the ionosphere from that last X-class solar flare going on. People are like, why do I feel like this? Lunar eclipse. Solar flare X classes back to back. Empowerment. Somebody show this. Yeah. So many guilty as charged with the solar flares, Nicole. All right. What do we got, Sagittarius. what a weird bridge. I saw that one. Mm-hmm. Oof. Okay, again. I love it. Okay. Truth at the bottom of the deck. The truth shall set you free. You moving forward in the highest orders of truth have to do with the ways that you're reacting and the ways that you're engaging with others on the day to day. So there's nothing that can be blamed on outside circumstances, the past, the way you were treated. This isn't about the trauma. This is about your response to situations, and when these situations come up, how you are acting in these situations, how fast you're forgiving others, how fast you're going back into love, how long you're allowing yourself to be in these traumas, in these processes, plain and simple. Okay. So this is about you being in the inner child, you having this energy of the inner child from within to create the bounty, to have the cup overflow, to create the groceries, if you will. Okay. With these things, it's literally showing fights in the past. It's showing the way that you used to act, the way you used to react, and you've come so far multidimensionally is what this is saying. Like the tribe sees it, your family sees it, your coworkers see it. Like you're more pleasant, you're different, you're very different, and you're celebrating. But there's more to do. Now it's time for the deep dive, is what this reading is telling me. Okay. All right. Because we see, like, right here's Mama. People are seeing you as Mama, which is like, what an excellent card to have. But like this whole like hope or fear that there's more work to be done, there is. And it's like this tough decision how to truly celebrate, how to get the work done. You get the work done by making the choice to do this with friends. Once again, this has been coming up in about 3 readings now. This is about asking. This is about asking for the balance. And look at this again, the sword of truth. So there's 3 of this sword in the arcana. Okay. This one's coming up right here. It comes up with the Queen of Swords, and then this one right here. So now, last time this happened, it was in the first position and underneath the deck. Now it's in the last position and underneath the deck. So this is like very interesting, like these mathematical alignments I'm seeing here. This is about balance. This is about the masculine form of the High Priestess. This is about you truly being able to heal others, to heal yourself by asking for help with whatever's going on. This level of vulnerability where you ask a question, where you ask for help, is the biggest piece. It's like, what do we always say? 99% of a healing is knowing what's going on in the first place. By you asking for help, by you asking, even if it's energetic, it's astral, it's etheric, it's physical, it's a massage, it's time, it's a phone call. By you just asking, this is basically going boom, 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 and it's opening up everything for this to be received. For this to, as far as you've come with this, and like as much as you should be like partying with like how much you've done and how much you've shifted for the positive, there's more to do. And there is. So because the Ace of Swords is at the bottom. There's more to do in what you've been doing, and you've got it. You've already proven that you can do it. You've proven you can do it by being in this place. And being like, oh my God, he's right. I have been XYZ. You have been XYZ. Okay. 103.53. Cap. Ooh. Here we go. Capricorn. Two, 3. Capricorn. Capricorn, what do we got? Here we go.
Hey!
Oh my God. Okay. You could make it up, but why would you want to? Okay? Look at that. Now it's side by side. Okay? There's been something you've been balancing for the masculine and the feminine, but really for the priestess. That's what's coming through, Capricorn. There's been something that nobody could see it. Like nobody could see it. Like people were actually like questioning what this trauma was, and people were like questioning what was this trauma, and like, you know, like almost like acting like you're making a bigger deal out of it when you're the only one who really knows what this reoccurring crapshoot, plain and simple, was like, looked like, felt like. Nobody knows but you. Let that go. This, like these people kind of projecting upon your trauma. Your trauma had you look at the past so you could become different and make different choices. So you could get to this like, okay, I'm done with the old me because you had a freaking job to do. Look at this. You're a high angelic. You came here to process this, to step into these level of strengths, okay? To find all these strengths so you can share this with others, so you can. And it's not even like, I'm not even saying like share this with others, like you got to start a YouTube and do that. I mean, I suggest anybody do that. But besides the point, you having this frequency, you being in this frequency just shifts the entire reality. It shifts the reality by you being able to shift everybody that's archetypally connected to you worldwide, by you being able to shift everybody connected to your zodiac sign, and you know, people you just walk through your field at the market. Like this is that major. This is that major, and it's like looking through the spiritual window and realizing that some people, they were there for a purpose. They were there at work. They were there in your life to belittle your trauma so you could like put yourself first. You weren't able to put yourself first when you're trying to prove yourself, because the voice of proving yourself is not your voice of truth. Your voice of truth is you just, boom, being in your power. When you're explaining yourself to others, that's not you in your power. When we're explaining ourselves to others, that's not us in our force, in our God force, communicating with the other person. It's us going, once again, rationalizing, going, well, I could have been doing this, or defending ourselves. That voice that's defending yourself, you know that's your ego, right? Like we know this. So that voice is your ego. So therefore, we know that that's not your spirit/soul. That's something that is the soul for the body, so to speak. That's here to defend the physical vessel. But like once you've realized you don't need defense anymore, you are so strong. You're here. You're in your power. You're able to create. You're able to manifest. You're seeing that you're manifesting faster than ever. This is like literally due to something that happened with the moon. So just like, you know, try out these brand new fluffy, super comfortable socks here, Capricorn. You can manifest faster than you've ever manifested before. Prove it. Like give room for it, give space for it, kind of get out of your own way and just watch how fast you're manifesting, and just know that's only going to get faster and faster and faster when we stop quarreling in this way, when we stop feeding whatever and whoever these people are that are soul family. It's not even that they're like, this isn't even the devil card coming up, because they wanted us to know, like, you asked them to do that thing. You asked them to show up that way so you could get out of this situation. So this is showing you out of it. You're up on top of the mountain looking down at it by the time at the end of the mountain, by the end of the month. And you're like these whole like fights. You're in your inner child. You're in your inner child. The same way that you used to get bumped out of your inner child and be like, let me know when the bad man's gone. Let me know when the bad woman's gone. You're able to get back into that energy right away if you're ever even knocked out of it. Becoming the silent observer, knowing the truth, being in the truth. Stop explaining yourself. Plain and simple. If this was like, if I made a video for just Capricorn, that would be the title. Stop explaining yourself. Okay? Doesn't matter what they think. Honestly, it doesn't. Baboon.
Imagine them trying to judge a high angelic.
I don't know what the evil laugh is for, but seriously though. The stable boy's here to judge and mock the king again, sir. Yeah, let him on in. It'll be funny. Okay. Aquarius. Oh my God. 1, 10, 10. 1, 10, 10. Aquarius. I love when you're singing, Alexander. Love you, White Raven. Corey. See ya. Mwah. Thanks for coming in. Hope you liked the video on the way out, please. Ooh. Uh-huh. Oh my God. Okay. You know what? It's not a sword, but I don't want to end that reading like that. There it is. Okay. Ooh, the text messages, the emails, the people that are wanting your guidance because you've processed something. You've been in something that was a reoccurring pattern from a past lifetime that was for you to step into your strength. That was very chaotic. You found during this month and during life, you've shown people that you're able to be the calm in the storm. You're able to be the eye in the storm, like much like a hurricane. Like you are the one that's been sitting there, standing there, moving forward in love. Look at these decisions to stay in love, to be the immovable object of love. You've proven that these traumas, these things, this past life thing, it has been completed. It has been healed. You have all the elements on the table, Aquarius. There's a little bit more to talk about, but this was like so almost a gold star reading. I love it. It's really good. Okay, you having the high ground. You hoping to have the high ground, you do. You've kind of like stepped out. You needed to step out of certain levels of codependency, which you've done. Okay. By stepping out of the codependency, you're now able to meet somebody else who is not codependent in your friendships, in your family, in your love life, all of these things. This has gotten to this place where now you're allowing tribe to come forward. The tribe you've been waiting for, you had to become the tribe first. So you are the tribe. So you're going to see people from past lifetimes. You're going to see people that's like, oh my God, I love this person. Like new people should be coming into your reality this month is what this says. And it's because of the work you've done. And prepare for phone calls, prepare for people asking for help, prepare for people to be like, hey, what do I do? And just, showing up differently. It shows almost like you wanted to keep to yourself before because of your energy, because of your empathic energy. And that's not serving the family anymore. It's about you serving the village by being the village. How do I be the village? How do I be, and I'm speaking from my own point of view right here. How do I be the police officer? And what dimension is that? How do I save things and, create security? Or how do I be the firefighter? What fires can I put out? What dimension is that on? How can I be the teacher? What am I teaching about? Depending on your archetype of functionality of whoever you are that's listening to this, that's going to be different for all of you. That goes for all zodiac signs. But this is like for you to be the village, to you to be the whole village multidimensionally, that's what's needing to be done. Like something with the way you were showing up for others, the way like you were looking at your energy. Oh, I don't want to do this or that, or I don't want this person to touch that. I don't want them to hug me. I don't want this and that. That might have served you very well before. That might not be necessary anymore. This whole like whatever it is. And I know you know what it is. I just gave you guys some examples on like how How were you supposed to receive that when you were putting out this whole like, hey, don't touch that. Hey, don't do this. Hey, oh yeah, don't hug me. But and it's like, yeah, I get it. If somebody's energy's off, I'm not telling you have to hug them. I'm saying that there's some people and there's some situations that the way that you were looking at it before served you, and now that doesn't serve you anymore. It can continue to serve you if that's what you choose, but to truly find these levels of empowerment that come from mama, to see through the window, to see through the keyhole, what's actually taking place here, and how I find more and how I get more into all this and become even more of a larger, bigger Taurus of this immovable object of love, to get even more. Like that's much of the worthiness stuff that I've come into contact with, and with healing and transmutating within the self. Like there's always this like, like almost like, am I worthy of feeling better than this level of good? And yes, you are. Yes, we are. Yes, I am. We are, my family. No matter how good it's been feeling, don't like, you know, kind of like self-sabotage in that regard and just say, well, I you know, just sit with it. That's all. Pisces. 11603. Boom. Hot liquid magma today. All right. Let's freaking go. Somebody short this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Pisces. Oh my God, tribes are us. Ooh, again, same position. Okay, same position. Oh my God, divine masculine much. Look at that, Pisces. You got 3 kings all in one section with the high priestess. Let's freaking go. I love this reading. The worst of it's over. Okay. All right. Something with drama and the physical. Is this in the past? Yeah. You're being tested this month. So it's great that you're here. Welcome, Pisces. You're being tested in a certain way that's having people create drama, and you're basically observing yourself, how you act in your divine masculinity codes that you've recently gotten. Okay. So this is showing once again, tribe, being able to come back together, tribe being able to come forward, you being able to truly meet these people by no longer being affected by the old people. Okay. So the people that helped you to get here, and they reflected certain distortions for you so you could see beyond the veil, so you could boom, let's go. How do I manifest faster? How many times has this been here? Does anybody want to talk about that math? How many cards were dropping and this being in the same position, and how many readings? So many of these cards. So it's like this was about you being able to see through the veil by learning about duality, by getting beyond duality, to getting to this cosmic consciousness, plain and simple. Getting to that cosmic consciousness so you can heal yourself to heal others, so you can see what is it that's on the mind. How did I used to react? How did these people that were creating drama affect me before? You're part of the creation of the drama. There's ways that us from the divine masculine can just be boom, in our power, in our voice, in our strength, in our virtues, and no one tries that. That's that beautiful girl at the gym that is unapproachable. She's just got this energy that's like almost like if you make her take her headphones off, she's gonna be like, what? Like, so like everyone's like, oh God, don't go over there, don't say anything, don't it? Okay. But I'm talking about having this come through the masculine in the feminine, having this come through the masculine in the masculine, by truly being in these vibrations and having the drama, having this be tested. Also, are you creating the drama? This can, in certain diagonals here, represent, are you willing to leak your energy by gossiping? by talking bad about somebody. These are the tests that have been going on, that you've been testing yourself on. And these are the tests that are going to be coming up this month again. Okay. So as these things are coming up, pass the test, plain and simple. Life has gotten better no matter how tough it was. Okay. It's gotten better. You're faster at manifesting. You're about to be even faster at manifesting. So to truly do this, pass this test, plain and simple. Prove it to yourself. When somebody attempts to create drama, how does it affect you? How long does it affect you for? Being able to see that it used to affect you worse, and like not getting down on yourself if it does affect you. Don't be like, oh man, I failed the test that Alexander was talking about. That's part of even going through that realization of looking back on the past on how we could have been better. Did I mess up today? How badly did I mess up today? Means you're controlling time in the future, means you're controlling time in the present moment. That's how you manifest. Patrons, I love you all so much. Thank you so much. You are the force of the channel that allows Alexander to feel so safe and just create more and have more time to do artsy things. I love you all so much. The patron is Galactic Tarot, just like the spelling of this channel, at patreon.com if you want to support the channel. If you want to sign up for monthly readings where your brother holds you accountable, he speaks with you every month and makes sure that y'all are co-creating and getting the things and the jobs done. What else? Sessions are on galactictarot.com. Yeah, so there's a lot of things called Galactic Tarot. And the crystal current energy tools, crystalcurrent.com. For the world's most powerful energy jewelry. I know that sounds very cocky, but like, come on, let's be real. I mean, feel it. You know, like you think there's something more powerful, send it back. Send it back to your brother. He wants you to be happy. I want all you happy. I want all of you enthusiastic. And it's happening. We're stepping into it. We've been releasing those old karmas. We've been releasing those old traumas. And I'm so proud of all of you. And I love you all so much. I am so looking forward to meeting the real you. I'll see you soon, my beautiful family. I love you.